What's up, traders? This is Marco. We have Friday, the 11th of August. It's Friday. I have another bar by bar for you today after my holiday. And you can see here in front of you the 2000 ES tick chart. I'm trading with the platform Ninjatrader, and the only indicator that I'm using is this pink line here. This is the 21 EMA. And I'm coming to the PC around 7:30 in the morning, which is around here. And you can see directly here in the top left corner that there are a couple of news events. So I'm staying out of any trades and I'm just observing what's happening. And then a couple minutes later, I start with my price action drawings, and I can see prices are dropping below the EMA here and cannot push above. So what I'm doing here, I can recognize some like downtrend structure. I'm drawing this here and coloring the channel so you can see it. There is no trade here in this area because it's so close to the news that it's not worth to risk to stay in any trade. So we're just skipping anything here. But now we can see some potential setup here because we get a third confirmation of this down structure here. You can see prices made a new low, first entry, second entry short with a very nice signal bar here. It's finishing perfectly on its bottom. So this is a trade to take. It's a second entry short, right of the key entry point, right of the EMA. It's aligning with the bias, which is down right now because prices are dropping below the EMA here, and you would be out of the trade. That would be a successful scalp already. Even Urana could have survived here, so you could be done by now already, and markets didn't even open officially yet. So sometimes one trade is enough. We're breaking here the downtrend for the first time, but you can see this area here looks very congestive. So we stay out of congestion here and we're just skipping trades. Also, you can see we are pushing above the EMA here and prices find some little support around the EMA. And when this happens, this is like a warning sign. We have to be careful. This is the first break of this downtrend here. So we want to see a retest of the lows, which is around this level here. So the bias is still to the downside. We're still looking for shorts, but they have to set up properly. Nothing here. This is an inside bar of this. I don't like to take inside bars. And prices also make a new low here. So technically this downtrend could be played out by now. And prices are pushing lower and lower here. Sometimes you will see that prices form two legs here to new extreme. So this is the first leg. This is the whole move here. Then there is a tiny pullback. So here is the place where the second leg is starting, and it goes all the way to this level here. But you can see prices are pulling back to the EMA, and we are pushing for the first time above the EMA, and we're staying above the EMA. You can see all the time before we were dropping, pullback, dropping, pullback, dropping, but now something has changed. Prices are pushing above the EMA, taking the EMA as support and pushing higher. So this is when our bias is changing, and we can say this downtrend here played out. This second leg here came up short by this area here, and you can observe this whenever this happens because markets are moving in two. When a second leg is coming up short, then there is a high chance that you will see a move in the different direction. So right now, I'm not interested in any more shorts. And of course, we have to draw this shorter term trend channel here. You can see how prices are fitting inside neatly. And we're breaking here for the first time. and making also a new high. So technically this uptrend, this tiny uptrend here broke and prices made a new high. So this could be played out, but also notice there is some congestion here. I would be not interested right now to take a trade here, because really we had already a break, a new high, and also this is only a first entry. So I'm not interested in taking a trade here. But you can see prices are dropping lower here, always drawing the shorter term channels, breaking here, and we wait for a retest of the lows, which happened. So this shorter term channel also played out now. And now let's see what prices are doing. And you can see prices are forming some support around this area here. Can we break this support? I think it's too early to take a long, because this low here is made for the first time. There's not a double or triple test yet. So we skip this. Do we come back to this support one more time? No, we aren't. Maybe now, not really. So what I can see, there is some range coming up. So I'm drawing this range, and in ranges we like to take trades like breakouts back inside the range. So we fade breakouts, but right now here we are breaking with this very huge bearish bar, but also here we made a new high, and I would like to see that the highs are consistent, or even prices making lower highs as double confirmation that prices are going my direction, but this is not happening here. And instead prices are pushing higher here to the range top, and we're breaking here for the second time and also making a new high. So this is interesting to observe. So maybe we see some more pushes to the top side, and you can see here at 9 o'clock there was a news event, and you can see this huge candle here. So we are staying out of any trades around this area anyways, because also now we're breaking the range here to the top side. We're breaking here to the last highs that were made. So the bias right now is clearly to the like bullish side. So we are looking for longs, and I'm drawing my shorter term channels, of course. So I'm trying it with this channel here for now. This looks pretty valid to me. Prices are going higher. We're finding some resistance around this area here. Cannot break or overshoot this channel. And also, if you consider this setup here, I think it's too far above the EMA. We would like to see prices pulling back to our key entry point. The key entry point is the trend channel in the EMA. It's pulling back here to the key entry point, but you would enter the trade here long into this whole resistance here. So we are skipping this. Also, there is congestion now. You can see prices are stacked up, and prices are breaking this uptrend structure here for the first time, going and finding some support around the EMA and going lower here. So maybe there's some shorter term channel in play. Let me check this. With this channel we would have a break here already and a new low in play. So this shorter term channel could be played out by now. And we're breaking this uptrend here for the first time and pushing strongly higher above the EMA. So we are making a new high here. And this shorter term channel played out by now. So maybe there is even a bigger structure in play. Let me connect this low with the last swings here, which is something like this. We have a confirmation of this channel here. We have a confirmation here. This looks pretty solid. Let's see if this channel is getting confirmed to the top side. And what I want to mention, we were using this here before. You can always draw some potential legs here, because these are potential targets where prices want to move. Prices move move in twos. I was mentioning this before. So this whole push here can be treated as one leg, because then you can see a minor pullback. So this is where the second leg is starting, and we have a potential target up here at this level. So we are still looking for longs, but of course we cannot enter blindly here into any long trades. It must fit into the context and it must appear around our key entry points. Right now, prices are pushing strongly higher here. We're even overshooting this channel that I drew here before. Let me color this up in maybe gray. Also, this shorter term uptrend here broke for the first time and price is making new high. So this channel here played out, this channel here played out, this shorter term downtrend broke and played out, and now we have an overshoot of this big gray channel. So right now it's really difficult what to do, and when we are not sure, we are just waiting. And you can see prices are on the way to our measured move, but we are not reaching the measured move here yet. So either there will be a correction now, because whenever a channel is overshooting, many times we will see a break of the structure around this level then here. But yeah, prices are stalling here, forming some congestion, and we are getting our measured move here almost to the tick. This is here. Maybe this can be put a bit higher. I mean, the measured move is hit because we're reaching here, and now we're forming this very strong bearish bar. I know there are some very aggressive traders under you. You could consider taking a short here, because on the one hand we are breaking out of this range and most breakouts fail. We are reaching our measured move here, and this is a very strong bearish bar, but I like to stay within the context, within the bias, and the bias is still bullish, so I'm not taking a short here. But I know some of you guys like and love those trades. They are quick and they're working good if they are working. So notice that. But prices are dropping lower here, forming the shorter term channel, breaking here, retesting the lows, and prices are approaching our channel line here. So now it's interesting, what will prices do? Because we had an overshoot here. Will we see a break now? No, we are not seeing a break. Price is getting some support from the key entry point and pushing high here, drawing the shorter term channel. This also broke, prices made a new high, and we are finding some congestion now around the EMA. I would not be interested in taking a long here, simply because we had an overshoot of this channel, and when we are having an overshoot, there is a high chance that we see a break of the structure. Here we didn't see a break yet. We still have some bullish power coming up here, but now on the other hand, there is some drop here. You can see this shorter term channel with a break, and in general the thing, we have some congestion coming up here, so it's not an area where I would like to take a long, especially because this bar here is so huge. You would enter right into the resistance of this congestion here. Maybe if this bar was a bit like smaller, so the risk is smaller, and if we didn't have this overshoot here, then maybe there is a potential setup here. But with this cons that I just mentioned, I think it's not worth entering here. And you can see they reverse it here, very strongly to the low side here. We are dropping dramatically lower here. And I want to speak about this trade here. Let me clean this up so you can see it a bit better. Prices made a new high here. So we have a first entry, pullback, second entry, failure. But this bar here is a bit too huge. But then after this, we are getting a lower high here. You can see prices forming this lower high, but it's not finishing perfectly here on its bottom. So there is some negative feeling connected to this trade. So if you are aggressive, you can consider, because the context says we have an overshoot here, so we are expecting a break. Then we have a very strong drop lower here and confirmation with this bar that it's going lower, and then with a lower high, it's just confirming the direction. So if you are an aggressive trader, you can think about this trade here. Ideally, I would like to see it closer to the EMA with a perfect finish. But yeah, I'm drawing the shorter term channel here. Prices go lower. Breaking this shorter term channel now for the first time. So we want to see a retest of the lows, but we cannot enter here that far away from the EMA. So we would like to see further confirmation. This is a lower high, but same story. We are way below the EMA. If this bar here came back to the EMA and finished like here, maybe to consider on the second entry short, lower high, but that far away, I don't like it. So prices are making a new low here and then reversing here a bit. And I can see maybe there is some bigger structure working lower. If I connect this high and pull it a bit down, then we have three confirmations here. You can see price made new high, first confirmation, second confirmation, and prices are dropping lower here. What I like to do is always drawing this potential measured moves, because they give us a potential idea, potential target where prices can head to. So prices are dropping lower here, staying within our channel that I just drew, getting some congestion here now. And now prices are pulling back to our key entry points, which are the EMA and the trend channel. Prices made a new low here, first entry short. There is a potential second entry, but this is a bad signal bar, so we cannot take. Also, two bad signal bar we cannot take. But now we are getting a very good signal bar here on a second entry short. So if you enter here after this bar formed here, one tick below here, then we will have a trigger of a second entry, and you can see this second entry went right into your profit target. And you can see also there is some support coming up here. So if you are interested in this lower high here, I think it's a bit too risky, because this support is so close to this setup here that we have to skip this. And prices really are stalling here. You can see the support is respected and prices go back and forth. We are breaking here the channel for the first time. So there is a retest of the lows. So this channel here could be played out already. So right now we must be careful in taking longs or shorts, but also notice there is some range coming up here, because you can see there is some resistance up here. We dropped off this resistance already for the first and second time because it's going lower here. And even we are forming now a lower high on a second entry short. So this is also a potential good setup here. You can see prices made new low, first entry, pullback, second entry. This is all happening in one bar here. This is more advanced because the second entry is now triggering after this bar finished here. So this is a second entry short plus triple test. You can see price made new high, tested once, tested twice. Here we have a second entry within the trend channel. And you can see it's enough for a scalp because there is enough space to the support of this range here. And whenever this is the case, I have a good feeling with entering a trade at the range top because prices in healthy range go back and forth within this range here. So that would be enough for a scalp, and you can see we're finding some support at this range here. No reason here to enter in this trade because I think you enter in the middle of the range and there's not enough space to the range support. So I would like to see something like finishing like here or even like here where we entered. So I think here you cannot enter. We're getting a lower high, so further confirmation that prices are going lower, but it's way too close to the range support, so cannot take. Now we're bouncing off this support. This signal bar is too bad, and in general you can see it's stacking up, so we have to wait here. Maybe the range is like this, finding some more support, no signal bar, and we are pushing above the range. This is interesting because this downtrend channel here worked lower. Then we had a break, retest of the lows, and a couple retests of the lows, and you can see prices cannot process here. And also notice there is a measured move going here, pull back, so the second measured move is not reached. And we had a similar situation here. When the second measured move is not reached, then there is an indication that prices go the other way. And so it's happening here. We are going higher, breaking the range, making a new high, and going sideways from here, forming some higher lows now. So in general, the bias is to the top side, so we are bullish because you can see prices pushing above the EMA and finding barely any pullbacks. And this is live price action already. So this is the trading day so far. Let me zoom out here a bit. So the trading day started with these drops here below the EMA. We have a very nice second entry short within the trend channel here, within the context. Then we had a break, two legs to new low. The second leg could not be reached, so we pulled back. We retraced here, forming some range after this low could not be retested, and then prices went the other way, forming this gray uptrend here. We had an overshoot. Then after that we had a break. We spoke about this trade here. Forgot to classify it, so it's a lower high after a failure. So this is further confirmation that we're going lower here. Then found this downtrend here. No trade here, unfortunately, but then a bit later we had this second entry short within the context, and then after this range here formed, we had another second entry short and a triple test. And you can see the range support was very strong here. Prices could not make it to the measured move and then went the other way. Maybe there is a spike in channel forming here right now. We need a bit more price action to confirm this, of course, but you can see that it could fit into the structure here. Not too many trades in general, but there were a couple of possibilities, and I really hope that you found one or more of those trades. I hope that you had a very good trading week, and yeah, that's it for this day. Check out our homepage toppictrading.com if you want to learn how to read the chart the way I am doing this. Check out the homepage, there's a lot of information, and we have a course that is exactly teaching you that. I wish you a great weekend and speak to you next week.